The Alps, glistening in the sunshine, do not contain all of the natural beauty. Not only on a snow-covered glacier, a fragile edge or a ledge can a daring man show his courage, his agility. The world above ground gets a worthy competitor in the beauty pageant in its dark sister, the underground. Whoever did, walking through her catacombs, glimpse the wonderful shapes, the work of millennia, they must have felt the attraction of the dark spaces wherein the glow of light conjures wonderful, unimagined images. The ground sparkling as if covered by thousands of jewels. What opposites there are within these dark chambers, from the barely audible sound of falling water drops that ceaselessly build cave formations within this silent world, to the thundering roar of water caves, where crashing flows of water shake the ground. Not without difficulty are we advancing toward the entrance of the cave, and terrified by the distant roaring of the underground waterfall, we admit to ourselves that exploring the caves in Škocjan is a respectable undertaking. Boats. Double troughs that look like a couple of planks nailed together don't really evoke trust. Amidst the great preparations for the crossing of the drop of the sixth waterfall, rain occurred on the 6th of March 1851 and swelled the Reka River. Everything, 3 boats, planks and machinery, was washed away by the swollen river, and Schmidl's research was suddenly over for a full 33 years. Mining expert Hanke, fearless, full of ceaseless strength, the first to advance, the last to return, was the person at the head who led us toward the common successes. Iron bolts that should serve for attaching the boat are being fixed into the rocks. One of the bolts has a rope ladder hanging from it, and Hanke climbs down to explore the depth. It is with unease that we watch him disappear into the dark narrows, from which a constant drizzle is coming. Swishing and swirling comes from down below. It seems as if the river is doubling the force with which it is throwing the waves into the strait to protect the unspoiled place from the arrogant intruders. Mortal danger is our constant companion while exploring. It is always on our tail and darkens our path with its dark image. Behind our backs is the monstrous danger of a flash flood that could be our peril, but coming to our aid are the invisible companions that protect us, raise a shield in our defense, and have always safely kept us away from danger. These companions are our confidence, caution, and firm conviction that we are ready, one for all and all for one, to save the one who is in danger or trouble. The locals were skilled in cutting and digging. Sometimes they made paths only to allow the gentlemen from Trieste to be able to climb into new caves, measure and name the tunnels. While digging, they discovered stalactite caverns and named them after prominent members of the mountaineering club, even those who never dug clay nor carved the steps. The distant murmur of the waterfalls starts striking our ear. Our attention is constantly directed at the stone floor to avoid taking a wrong step. In the gloom, only glimpses of the immense stone walls are visible, far surpassing the largest hall with their openness. The eye is open to a plethora of light phenomena. It seems that the floor trembles beneath our feet. Upon entering and seeing these demonic images, one gets a premonition of hardships and dangers that await the daring intruders. Treacherous doom preys 100-fold upon the explorer who pushes onwards across the slick, wet center surface, crossing the crevices or riding a fragile boat into the unknown depths. One careless step, and the thundering water will surely kidnap them into Hades. Together with my comrades, I am once again descending into the depths of the dark crevice. These are unforgettable moments when the orders to advance come. Any thought of the obvious danger disappears. As we move on, we are more and more enveloped by the darkness. Torches are lit, their red glow magnifying the magical responses.
Dejte, pržgite še svojo baklo.
Ma dobro gorijo, je puhno smole.
Deeper into the hill, our look penetrates through the gloom. Thousands of stalactites decorate the ceiling in the darkness. We are seized by the fever of exploration. Rarely does a cave give such a magnificent impression as this darkly somber space. In 1899, Anton Tomaž Hanke, a respectable karst explorer of Czech origin, organizes the preparations for the exploration of Kačna Jama. Gregor Žiberna, an enthusiast caver, Slovenian patriot, and an eccentric from Divača, beat him to it with the help of locals and descended into Kačna Jama using a winch. While descending, the unwinding rope started to spin. At the end of his strength and dizzy, he reaches the bottom and beats Hanke. Žiberna, nicknamed Tentava, is described by Sigmund Freud as the biggest rascal in Divača, full of humor, reliable yet intoxicated by drink, and a neurotic whose caving exploits represent to him the erotic equivalent. Hanke sullenly reaches the bottom of one of the deepest caves in the world at the time, the 214-meter deep abyss of Kačna Jama that still evokes fearful respect.
Kaj je bilo?
Aj, mina v jami. Mina.
After strenuous exploration and 16 expeditions in 7 years, Hanke explored most of Kachna and Škocjan caves. Despite extreme efforts from the locals, the caves don't get close enough to Trieste, where they were looking for a new water supply. In many places they couldn't find any continuation of the caves and tunnels. They also checked every possibility in the chimneys. In the end, they had to give up. Hanke creates maps of Škocjan caves and Kachna cave and presents them to the members from the Mediterranean section of the German-Austrian Mountaineering Association in Trieste. Finally, along with colleagues Marinic and Miller and some locals, on the 5th of September 1890, he reaches the last hall of the Škocjan caves. Due to exhausting exploration and its consequences that had dire effects on his health, Hanke died in Trieste at the end of 1891. He is buried in Škocjan cemetery above Škocjan caves, as his family and friends wanted.
Drži da organ sveča, daj. Dobro je.
Opa!
No, beži, gremo hitro v Okapnco.
Barely anyone else ever visited it. Only a handful knew it and worshipped its special dark beauty and sought out this cold place.
Vse belo, to je pa res ta prava Okapnca.
Vidi, biseri, nekaj hodiš.
Mysteriously getting lost in the darkness are rows upon rows of the thousands of stalactites coming down from the ceiling. Nature created every possible image in the most fantastic of forms here. Whenever harsh light appears in the background, it seems as if we are looking into the fiery mouth of a beast, full of teeth.
Franz Kraus, od 84 do 87. S Putikom sta vandrala.
Aha, Putik, vidim.
Ne pa sveti.
Zdaj se bom pa še jaz podpisal.
The memory of brave, daring men shall live on in Škocjan, where caves and halls praise the names of distinguished explorers and the work of locals. "12 kilometers of paths in the caves, sumps explored, and new parts of the caves. This is a heritage that did not occur on its own, but as a result of many sacrifices. This is one of the reasons why Škocjan caves are today a part of UNESCO's list of natural and cultural heritage."